episode 23. I'll be watching it off of Crunchyroll's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0 go. Alright, yo, I bumped up for this. Hope our shrimp can wreck Hugo though. Well, I wonder where he's going to be going after. Ooh. Oh boy. I just wonder how they're going to do that. I mean, I guess that... Okay, at least Pokemon sees what's going on. Oh, that's pretty damn big, though. But then again, I guess I'm not gonna blame Putty-Mess, though, for acting the way he is. Yeah, they can't be holding back against the demons. Especially considering the fact that Ariel's got some people in the forces that can utilize Black Abyss. It's better to play it safe than sorry. Whoa! Yo, Potter has become pretty damn fucking cocky. But hey, you know what? If he can at the very least bust up a bit of Ariel's forces, then shit. I'll give him absolute credit for that. Because then I'll be like, alright, at the very least, this man ain't just all talk. This man is show and talk. Now, for those of you that are just barely joining in, if you're wondering why there's a lot of live chat comments from myself, it's because when I wanted to start the stream, I wanted to start it at 6:30 a.m. But ever since Crunchyroll switched to their Crunchyroll beta, and they forced it on everyone, it seems like Crunchyroll takes a bit longer to upload episodes. They used to release their shit on time. Now they're like freaking 5 minutes late on their releases. So, yeah, that's why you see a lot of chat comments from myself. For those that are curious. I gotta admit, the Ariel and Kumiko battle actually lived up to the hype because at least that bit, it looked good, actually. At least when you compare it to other fights in the series, anyway, it looked... Oh, hello, Akira Talib. Alright, now the episode's back. I would have preferred hand-drawn between Hugo and Shun, considering how much a build-up this fight's been given. But at least the CG isn't completely ugly, and at least they're mixing it with 2D shots in the close-ups. It just feels a bit disappointing, though. Especially considering Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai airs at the same day as this series, and that series has fully armored characters fighting complete 2D glory, and that series is a long runner, while this series is a seasonal, so it should be having more production time behind it, but yet it doesn't feel like it. I do love how Shurt is making Hugo as a bitch, though. I think Shun might be better off. I think it's probably just Shun is super strong. Oh, okay, at least they're giving us consequences to the defeat of the Earth Dragon, then. And when I mean consequences, I mean of the positive variety. I gotta admit, some bits I do like the sparks coming from their blades whenever they do collide. And I do like those little touches, like the details when you see the reflection on the blade. So it ain't all bad from a CG front. They do take advantage of it in some places where it actually works. Come on, boy, Sean, you should have kept your mask on, man. I'm saying because the CGI there, when you see like the full human skin, it looks a bit plasticky. Or if they're gonna have him reveal his face, at least have it hand drawn. Like Sophia, she looks absolutely gorgeous in 2D animation. No complaints there. Hope you're having a great day right now, Akira Talib. I mean, hey, that's on you, Hugo. Oh, so I wonder if he's going to be dumped aside. He would absolutely deserve that, considering that Hugo's a piece of trash. Hey, that dude kind of reminds me of, I believe, I don't know, of Kaiki from the Monogatari series, just by the character design. Just a teeny bit. I gotta admit, that is fucking brilliant. It's a shame though that the heroes don't seem to have any teleportation spells that can at the very least get them close to the location. I mean, is Hugo honestly surprised? Considering that when he first met Sophia, it seemed like Sophia had all the cards on the table. Of course he was going to be utilized like a tool. But then again, I guess Hugo's hate lust for Shun was going to affect his judgment. Yo, I do love the guts from a Shun, though. Considering it's it's established that Sophia is in a whole nother league of power in comparison to Shun. Yet he's still gonna try to fight. That is all chat as fuck. Alright, but Hugo, if you're gonna tear someone apart, go with Sophia for. Oh. Why do I get the feeling that she's going to be toying with Shun as if Shun's a little boy? And the way she just whipped out the blade just casually. And she didn't even seem like she put much strength. And then she still pushed back her boy. Alright, this Sophia bitch should be careful with what she's saying because she might actually be getting more than she can chew at this rate. Right, finally! They might as well take advantage of the strength in numbers. Although it's kind of scary out, even though they're trying to take advantage of the numbers, it doesn't seem like Sophia gives much of a fuck. So that must mean that she's already utilized appraisal on each and every one of Shun's party members, and she's hyper confident due to that reason. Hey, you know, it's a battlefield. And considering that the demons don't have their own forces, but also the Imperial forces, I'd say it's fair for Shun and his heroes to play a little bit dirty, if you ask me, considering that the demons haven't been cleanly either. Well, the episode, it already came out on Crunchyroll like 11 minutes ago. Akira Talib. That's when it came out. Like literally, the moment I started the reactions, the moment the episode came out, because I was refreshing Crunchyroll's page. That's when it came out. Literally, so the moment I started my reaction, it came out on Crunchyroll officially. So that's when it came out. The moment my stream started. You know, this scene says a lot about Shun that the previous episodes didn't say, though, because when we've seen Shun, we haven't seen him deal with this much physical adversity yet. Oh! Oh, I wonder why she's got that order, though. Oh, I mean, they really haven't shown the half health much, so I wouldn't really feel it much if she were to be killed off the half health. Now, Shun or any of his friends are different, though, because I actually do like Shun, Faye. You know, Hyren's, I like him too. He's pretty cool. Yo, that's actually a nice diversionary tactic there. Oh! I mean, regardless, it was a good plan, though. By Elko and Shun, it's just that... She just flicked up the fucking arrow as if it was a little pedal. What a beast! But hey, you know what? If somehow Shun can get out of it alive, then this is going to be a great experience for him. You know, as much as what Sophia's saying is pretty fucked up, she ain't wrong. Oh! Hope it ain't a plan that's just absolutely batshit insane, though, but you never know with this series. I don't think he's a... I just love how Sophia artfully dodges the actual question. By just giving them an answer that they already knew that they're just going after the elves. Yo, I love that! Whoa! Just seeing how vengeful Shun is. Oh, fine! Oh, shit. I thought for a second Sophia was going to be down on her guard. At least let one of the arrows graze her body. Alright. Yeah! Did he land? Fuck! He should have gone for it. But then again, even if he would have gone for it, who knows if it would have really worked out anyway. Oh. Honestly, it's a miracle that Shun can still get back up after all the hits he received. Yo, when was Faye gonna interfere? Considering that she's one of their strongest party members. Wait, what? Why? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good fucking question. Faye's right about that. I mean, hey, the only thing Shun can do is just analyze a mistake and make sure not to make it again. Oh! Hey, at the very least they took down one of their forces, but I feel it was rushed though. I wouldn't have mind seeing the battle against Togawa at the very least. He had a cool character design. Now, to play it safe, oh man, I guess they can't kill Togawa because if they do, that's going to take away one of their negotiation pieces off the table. Ah. So wait, by extension, then, if even those two wouldn't be able to change the end result, then seriously, what is Sophia's level? That's what I'm curious about. I'm surprised no one's tried utilizing appraise on her. But then again, it probably wouldn't work because she's so far up above level over everyone else right now. So who knows if it'd even be able to work. Alright, looks like Faye's taking shit serious. Ah, actually wouldn't mind seeing if they actually whip some shit out. Oh. I mean, what did they expect from Sophia though? She was taking on like what, multiples at once? Yeah, going by those flashes, there's no way our boy was gonna forget about him. But now the biggest question is, why in the hell would he actually be going up against Shun, though, considering that he looked like he was best bros with him? Going by those quick little flashes. I mean, why wouldn't they, though? I mean, the elves did sort of help house them. Oh. I mean, for all we know, the ministers could be just trying to get every single side against each other to entertain themselves. They haven't really mentioned the main goal of the administrators yet. Yeah, it's a lot of evidence that they can't just ignore straight up. And honestly, how do you expect any of the reincarnations to believe them? Yo, but the thing is though, if Shun was struggling against Sophia, how the fuck is it gonna stack up to Ariel? Like, how? I gotta admit, that was pretty smart, not giving them an opportunity to escape. Huh! Yeah, I'll react to that too, Anime Doji, don't worry. But after this, though, I'm more excited for this series than RT Watch. Wait, they got mechas? Yo! They got mechas? Alright! This is freaking badass. But they probably got a lot of resistance towards the magic. Yep, had a feeling. They really thought the elves were gonna build something that can just easily be dissipated with the spell. I'm assuming they probably looked at Elka's memories to make those mechs. That's my guess. Or maybe they maybe looked at the memories of a lot of the kids that they kidnapped, too, the reincarnations. And maybe that's how they were able to make that type of weaponry. I mean, as much as it's sad that Shun's losing a friend, someone that he was friends with, it's for the good of the world. I mean, would it really help him out if Kyowa were alive? I mean, I understand previous relationships and all that matter. But they're in a fucking war. They've got zero luxuries of being able to just pick and choose who's going to live. Especially if the people that they're picking and choosing to live are going to be their enemy. The only thing they should really be worrying about is winning, because the Demon Lord, I mean Ariel, that should be the biggest priority in their minds. So hell, if at the very least an obstacle like Kyowa is taken away, well, yes, it's going to cause emotional stress. It's going to be for the best. I mean, honestly, here, I'm going to have to side with the elves. Oh, that's because I have the perspective of an anime-only viewer of the series. I mean, I don't read the novel, so for all I know, the elves could be absolute irredeemable dipshits. For all I know. Oh yeah, I'm definitely ready for Batgirl's final episode, Anime Doji. I am hyped! And it looks like there's going to be after credits, because in the Crunchyroll timer, it looks like it's already over. It's like, yo! I was loving when they have after credits in the series. There it is! Ariel and her white-haired beauty. A lot seems to be really close with that. Why is she smiling about this? Wouldn't it be an equalizer that would be against her? Shit, I'm kind of worried for Shun now because that chick. I mean, but then again, though, you know, there is hope. Because when Julius encountered the white-haired beauty, Julius was already freaking tired. He didn't look like he was in the best of physical shape to be fighting another powerful opponent. So maybe the reason why Julius got his ass whooped like a bona fide scrub was because he was just super drained. Shun still looks like he's in relatively good shape. The most blows he's received are just kicks and punches, so... And then Shun still got Faye and all of his other friends. And if they're really freaking lucky, maybe those mechanical forces, at the very least, are going to cause damage towards Sophia and Kyoya. So it ain't all bad. But fuck, man, that cliffhanger hurts like a motherfucker. Because regardless of all those factors, that Wired Beauty has, like, what, the Abyss ability? How the fuck are they going to be able to dodge that? I mean, I guess Shun does have a feather, so if she were to unleash that, and then I guess she should be... No, there's no way she's going to unleash that, the White-Haired Beauty, because they do have to bring in the reincarnations alive. So you know what? No, scratch that. They actually have a shot. But that's like a big if. I'd say there's shots if the White-Haired Beauty does show up. Feels like they're like maybe 1% of succeeding, which, hey, it's a better than nothing, I guess. But either way though, I am hyped. Now, and saying that, here's what I'm going to rate the episode overall though. If I were to rate this on a scale... Oh, thank you for the heads up on the microphone. Yeah, I'm with you on that. You lit too, and thank you for the heads up on the microphone, which is weird. That the microphone was working perfectly earlier when I was reacting to 2 episodes of 7 Nights, and it's weird because my mic actually doesn't make a buzzing sound from my end. I guess it must be that when I listen to the episodes of the series, I have the volume on like semi-medium, so that's enough not to hear the beep noise, or should I say the napper noise. Or the zap noise. So that's why I don't hear it. Because if I put my volume too loud, then I always risk my video being copyright claimed if I have audio from the episode. So that's why I don't put the volume on full blast from my end. But still, thank you for the heads up, Animated OG. Now, if I had to rate this episode overall on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm definitely going to be giving it a 8 out of 10. I think it deserves it because of the story content. For one, finally we see Sophia live up to the hype that they've been giving her for quite a while. Because when they first introduced her, don't get me wrong, they did a great job of at the very least giving her a menacing presence. But the animators didn't do a good job of making it feel like she's broken with the amount of stills they used in her debut episode. This episode, they used, at the very least, a good mix of 3D and 2D animation. While I would have preferred the less 3D animation, regardless, to put the point across that Sophia, she was a beast! And I love that. I finally now see what the hype is behind her. Which I felt like if the animators would have done a good job with their debut episode, then they would have had that effect earlier. But hey, at least the effect is there now rather than later. So I gotta give credit. Now, in saying that, yeah, there were downsides. I felt like they really rushed through the Hugo and Shun fight a bit too quickly. Like, even the way what the animators dealt with it, they dealt with it as if it were like, yeah, it's gonna be a lit season, Animated OG. They dealt with it as if it was like the most casual thing ever, even though Hugo and Shun, they've had tension against each other for like how many episodes now? And that's the way they settle off their confrontation. By having some of it happen off screen, by having it in poorly rendered CGI in some bits. I kind of expected more from their battle. Not to say that the animators botched everything in the episode, because the scenes involving Sylvia versus Shun's crew, they actually looked good. There was some good directing, like when Shun was trying to force Sophia into Oka's arrows was a really damn good scene of choreography. Or when Sophia was utilizing a mix of utilizing blade attacks while also trying to kick Shun to get an upper hand, like those type of visuals looked pretty damn nice. So I will give credit where credit's due in the episode. And I do love the rendering of the mechs. Usually when, say, you've got metallic things rendered in an animated series in CGI, it usually looks pretty freaking rock solid. So from a visual from this episode, it wasn't an utter failure. But I felt like there were a few moments that could have been patched in. But at the very least, the main bits of the fight that had to look good, pretty much everything involving Sophia, looked good by anime CGI standards. I'm not going to say overall CGI standards because obviously I'm not going to compare this to CGI from films. That'd be unfair. But I'm definitely going to be comparing it to its contemporaries. I'd say the only CGI bits from other series that I'd say are above this, or I'd say the CGI from Love Live, or even the best looking Idly Pride episodes would probably be above this from a CGI standpoint, or even from Backflip. If I'm talking about for its contemporaries from this season, I'd say the only CGI that straight up looked better than this was Backflip. But Backflip has a high ass of budget. This series does not have a highest budget, so considering the budget that the animators had to work with, they did a good job. But yeah, at the very least, for it to be on a tier above everything else aside from Backflip, I'd say the animators did good. Now, and saying that from a narrative standpoint, it was strong because aside from finally now giving Sophia her well-deserved moment, I'm also loving how they're escalating the stakes for, I believe, the season finale, because I think there's 24 episodes listed on this when I checked on my anime list. But I love how now we're finally going to see the white-haired beauty in her full glory. I'm like, yes! That is freaking good. And I'm also noticing a bit of development when it comes to Ariel, because when they showed Ariel before the time skip, she was super serious with a massive amounts of urgency. I love how here we see at least a different mindset, because Ariel, she's looking forward to all these battles. While when she was first introduced, when she was encountering Kumiko, she looked like she was trying to save as much time as possible with massive amounts of urgency. So I do like that. I guess it seems like the time skip must have mellowed out. Or it could be just her soul mixing in with a bit of Kumiko's soul. Could also be what's mellowed her out, too. That could also be it. But I like that, though. Seeing the consequences of Kumiko's actions, even though at least it hasn't confirmed straight up that Kumiko's showed up right now, at the very least, we see her impact. Just seeing how Ariel's acting from a character standpoint, even years later. So that's another positive I love about this episode, too. And in addition to that, even though the series has done a great job of emphasizing the strength of the antagonist, because we know Ariel's a fucking beast. We now know that Sophia's a beast. And we know the white-haired beauty's a beast. At least in this instance, we know they got a chance, because if the antagonist can't operate with the intent to kill, at the very least, that's going to give Shun and the others a chance. Even though it's a low chance, it's a chance nonetheless. So I love how the writers are narratively, at least, even though, yes, the odds are stacked against the hero's favor, at the very least, the odds are still there, so that if there's any victory, it's not going to feel like an utter ass pull. And I do like that, because in a lot of animes, whenever the odds are stacked against the protagonist, usually writers are like, we must have an ass pull, especially in most isekai animes. They have protagonists succeed. Thankfully, Sama Spider So has never resorted to that kind of bullshit, and that's what I love about this series. I haven't seen Mahoka Anime Doji. I don't intend to, because I've heard a lot of bad things about the Mahoka series, so I'm not interested in Mahoka, in case you're curious. And that's why I really loved the episode, because it did all this somehow simultaneously without feeling too rushed. Except for the sequences when they were going up against that vampire dude. I really wish those scenes would have been emphasized a bit more, just so that it could have given at the very least some of the side characters a bit of something to do. And they did rush through the Hugo and Shun fight. But regardless of the fact, the episode was good, and I'll give it an 8 out of 10. And I'm definitely excited to see what they're going to bring for episode 24. And I cross my fingers that the series gets a season 2, because I absolutely adore it. And animes like this are the reasons why I actually don't mind having a Crunchyroll account. Crunchyroll, make more animes like this, and less animes, well, I wouldn't say Crunchyroll make them, because they just fund it. It was more of Studio Melopinese making the series. But Crunchyroll, I should say, fund more series like this, and less trash like X-Arm. Please! I'd rather my money go towards series like this. Hell, I would love it if the series got a season 2. But yeah, these are my thoughts on the episode overall. And of course, the voice performances and soundtrack were good. Can't forget about mentioning those. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comments section below. That's pretty cool. I'm actually excited about Scarlet Nexus animated OG. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, or subscribe because I'm going to be reacting to episode 24. And I'll see y'all either next week if you only watch my Soma Spider Swap reactions. Or I'll see y'all in 3 to 5 minutes for anyone that's going to watch my artsy, I think it's called Artsy Switch Reactions. I think that's what the series is called. So anyways, y'all, I'll see you either next week or in 3 to 5 minutes. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching and have a fantastic day. And thank you so much, Akira Talib and Animated Dojo for commenting in the live chat. And I hope y'all have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.